Every day we live in two worlds. The physical, where we experience sights, sounds, and sensations, and the mental, where our thoughts, emotions, and consciousness reside. But have you ever stopped to wonder, are these two worlds separate, or are they one and the same? This age-old question lies at the heart of the mind-body problem, a philosophical conundrum that has puzzled humanity for centuries. At its core are two opposing theories: dualism, which sees the mind and body as distinct, and monism, which views them as one unified reality. But this isn't just an abstract debate. Whether we believe in dualism or monism influences how we think about life, health, ethics, and even technology. So today, on the Paradox Portal, let's take a deep dive into this fascinating topic, explore its implications, and see how it relates to our daily lives. Our journey begins with dualism, the idea that the mind and body are two separate substances. This theory was famously developed by the 17th century philosopher René Descartes, who argued that the mind is a non-physical entity responsible for consciousness, thoughts, and emotions, while the body is a physical machine governed by natural laws. Think about moments when your mind seems to act independently of your body. For example, when you dream, your body remains still, yet your mind explores vivid, often surreal worlds. Or consider emotional detachment during extreme stress, when you feel as though your mind is observing your body. From a distance, these experiences resonate with the dualist perspective, suggesting that the mind exists in its own realm. But dualism raises a critical question. If the mind and body are separate, how do they interact? Descartes proposed that the interaction happens in the pineal gland, a small structure in the brain. However, modern science has found no evidence to support this idea. This interaction problem remains one of dualism's biggest challenges. How can something non-physical, like a thought or emotion, cause physical actions in the body? Despite this, dualism continues to influence how we think about consciousness, free will, and even life after death. Now let's explore monism, the idea that the mind and body are not separate, but part of the same entity. Monism aligns closely with modern neuroscience, which shows that thoughts, emotions, and consciousness arise from the physical processes in the brain. Consider how your mental state depends on physical factors. After a sleepless night, your ability to think clearly or remember things is impaired. This suggests that the mind is directly tied to the physical state of the brain. Or think about how brain injuries can change a person's personality or memory. Such cases support the monist view that the mind is not separate from the body, but is deeply influenced by the brain's structure and health. Whether you lean towards dualism or monism, the question of the mind and body's relationship is a profound one, with far-reaching implications. It shapes how we think about ourselves, each other, and the world around us. And as we continue to explore the complexities of consciousness, this debate will no doubt continue to challenge our understanding of what it means to be human. Monism is not just a philosophical concept. It actually drives innovations in technology. Take brain-computer interfaces. For example, these incredible devices work on the principle that thoughts and brain activity can be translated into physical actions. This revolutionary idea wouldn't make sense under dualism, which sees the mind and body as separate entities. However, it fits perfectly with monism, which views the brain as the seat of the mind. The influence of these philosophies extends beyond technology and into how we approach health and wellness. Dualism often leads us to treat the mind and body as two distinct entities. We might turn to talk therapy to address emotional issues, while focusing on medicine or surgery for physical ailments. However, monism encourages a more holistic approach. If the mind and body are one, then physical factors like sleep, nutrition, and exercise directly impact our mental well-being. This perspective is evident in practices like mindfulness and yoga, which seek to integrate physical and mental health. The contrasting views of dualism and monism also have profound implications for how we understand life and mortality. Dualism supports the idea of a soul or spirit that exists beyond the physical body, a belief central to many religions. This belief offers comfort in the face of death, suggesting that consciousness continues even after the body dies. On the other hand, monism challenges this idea. If the mind is simply a product of the brain, then consciousness might cease to exist after death. This raises fascinating questions about the nature of life and mortality. The debate between dualism and monism even extends to the realm of artificial intelligence. Dualism raises the question of whether machines can ever have a mind if they lack a soul or spirit. However, monism suggests that if we can replicate the processes of the brain, we might one day create conscious AI. You may not realize it, but our everyday decisions often reflect these underlying philosophies. When we trust our intuition, we might be leaning toward dualism, treating the mind as something beyond physical processes. On the other hand, when we analyze a problem logically, we align more with monism, viewing our thoughts as the product of brain activity. However, some thinkers argue that the mind-body problem itself might be a false dilemma. Perhaps our language and concepts are too limited to fully understand the complex relationship between the mind and body. As philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein once said, "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world." It's fascinating to see how these philosophical perspectives also align with religious traditions. Dualism resonates deeply with many Abrahamic faiths such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. In these religions, the soul is often viewed as a distinct, eternal entity that survives the death of the physical body. For example, in Christianity, the soul is believed to ascend to heaven or descend to hell, reflecting its independence from the physical body. Similarly, Islam teaches that the soul is separate from the body and undergoes trials in the afterlife. These beliefs align perfectly with dualism, as they emphasize a clear distinction between the spiritual and the physical. On the other hand, many Eastern philosophies lean towards monism. In other traditions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, we encounter contrasting perspectives on the nature of the self and its relationship to the body. For instance, in Buddhism, the concept of anatta challenges the notion of a permanent, separate soul, emphasizing the interconnectedness of the mind and body as part of an ever-changing process. Similarly, Hindu philosophy recognizes the existence of the soul, Atman, while also asserting the unity of ultimate reality, Brahman, suggesting a form of monism where individual minds and bodies are manifestations of a single, universal essence. Indigenous and animistic traditions present yet another fascinating perspective, blurring the line between mind and body, living and non-living. In some cultures, all things, including rocks and rivers, are believed to possess a spirit, transcending the dualism-monism dichotomy and pointing towards a more interconnected understanding of existence. In the present day, modern spirituality often merges elements of dualism and monism. Practices like mindfulness and yoga emphasize the unity of mind and body, reflecting monist principles, while beliefs in the soul and afterlife maintain a dualist perspective, showcasing how ancient ideas continue to shape contemporary life. The implications of understanding the mind-body relationship extend far beyond the realm of spirituality. In healthcare, dualism often leads to the separate treatment of mental and physical health, while monism advocates for a holistic approach, emphasizing the interplay between mind and body. Furthermore, in the realm of technology, the rise of artificial intelligence challenges both perspectives. Can a machine possess a mind if it lacks a body, as dualism might allow? Or is consciousness inherently tied to physical processes? As monism suggests, these questions will undoubtedly shape the future of artificial intelligence and our understanding of humanity. So I pose this question to you. Are the mind and body distinct, as dualism suggests? Or are they one and the same, as monism argues? This isn't just an academic question, it holds real-world implications for how we live, think, and innovate. I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below and continue to explore these profound questions with us. If this exploration resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the mysteries of existence. Until next time, keep questioning. This is the Paradox Portal.